Star Trek Discovery Season 2 and Star Wars Resistance. Okay, Spock is not a big deal. I don't know why we have 3 incarnations of Spock. I thought Data was much cooler. You know, Spock's okay. He was okay the first time. And again, the purpose of Star Trek, the whole idea is to expand the universe, to boldly go where nobody's gone. And they just keep retreading where they've already gone. It defeats the whole original idea of the show. 3 Spocks. We got 3 Spocks now. I didn't mind the show originally. I didn't have much expectations for it. But I did think that the idea of Star Trek was to be idealist, an idealistic future. I thought that was at the core of the whole point of the thing. Whereas Star Trek Discovery was bleak and dark, and it was an awful future. So it might as well not have been called Star Trek. It might as well have just been Battlestar Galactica or something. And Battlestar Galactica did it better. Alright, but if they're going to go in that direction, they may as well stay in that direction. I'm sure there's reasons why they had to change it, but the last episode of Season 1 killed the future of the show for me. I actually would have been excited for Season 2 to some degree, except that they gave it a Disney ending. The last episode, that was the nail in the coffin. That was all the nails in the coffin for me. Happily ever after. Everything worked out. Happy. They may as well have been hugging each other, and you know, a rainbow may as well have been seen in the sky, in the space. In terms of how gritty it was, in terms of how gritty it was, and in terms of how they ended it so happily, you can't take a big shit and then just put a bow on it at the end. So there's nothing Star Trek about this silly show. It had some good ideas, but it's not Star Trek. And regarding Seth MacFarlane's pretend Star Trek show, the I don't know what it's called, the Oliver, it starts with an O. Seth MacFarlane's a piece of shit. Family Guy is a terrible show. Seth MacFarlane is like the biggest hack that ever lived, so I'm not going to watch this stupid show, even if people say it's good. Doesn't matter. I don't want to look at his face. He's I hate him. He's one of the people I hate the most in the whole world. He's on my top 10 list. Star Wars Resistance. I wanted to title this Star Trek Resistance and Star Wars Discovery, just because they've lost, just to illustrate how far they've lost where they were supposed to be going with these two things. Regarding Star Wars Resistance, I haven't even seen the trailer for it because it's so uninteresting. I mean, I think Star Wars killed all the goodwill anybody had when they killed Luke in the Last Jedi. Nobody cares anymore. It doesn't matter. What the fuck is the Resistance? Weren't they supposed to be called Rebels? What the fuck is the First Order? Wasn't it supposed to be called the Empire? Or, I don't know. What the fuck is the First Order? What the fuck is a Kylo? Is that a new word for Darth? So instead of Darth Vader, we got Kylo Vader? Why couldn't it have been Darth Ren? Or Darth Kylo? What the fuck is the Knights of Ren? I mean, wasn't it supposed to be the Sith? Okay, so why would you scrap the idea of Sith and Jedi and Rebels and Empire, the Empire, and Darth? Why would you destroy all of that? What are you going to replace it with? What is there What's Star Wars? Is there any Star Wars left in Star Wars? There's nothing Star Wars about it. There's no Sith. There's no Jedi. There's no Rebels. There's no Empire. How do they expect... I don't even know how to ask this question, but what are people watching for? Are they watching Star Wars Resistance? We're going to watch a bunch of rebels. They're not rebels. They're Resistance. And even if they were rebels, it would be boring. But it's the Resistance. Okay, great. So I don't care. And it's over. It's over. Star Wars is dead. And apparently Star Trek is dead too. And I don't mind really, because you know what? The movie industry is dead. TV is dead. Music is dead. I don't mean to be negative. I mean, it's actually positive. It's very funny because everything is coming back. Like, music became MP3s, and you didn't need records anymore, and then you didn't even need CDs anymore, and now you just download MP3s. And people are actually going back to vinyl. People are going back to records and record players because there's something nice about a tactile, being able to touch something and having it be real. And it's funny because I read books when I was younger, and then I got ADD, and I started watching movies. And now it's come full circle, because now, rather than watching the movies, I just read the Wikipedia plot lines. So I'm back to reading. So reading's going to come back, books are going to come back, movies are just over. And it's kind of nice. So that's the positive spin on the thing, is that books are going to come back, records are going to come back, live music will come back, because movies they're just done. People are well, also the artistic integrity is gone. Now, regarding Disney, I would never in a million years, with good conscience, pay to see a Disney movie ever again. Yes, the movie industry has become as corrupt as the music industry. Marvel is fun, but it isn't great. It's not. They don't deserve anybody's money. Infinity War was perfect, but Infinity War was an anomaly, and it won't happen again, most likely. The majority of Marvel movies were shit. Ant-Man was shit. Thor 2 was shit. Captain America 2 was shit. Captain America 1 was shit. They got 22 movies. Most of them were shit. Iron Man 2 was shit. Iron Man 1 was like the only good one. What else do we have? I don't know. What other Marvel movies were there? Doctor Strange was shit. They were all shit, pretty much. It isn't art, okay? It isn't even good. Now, I'm going to put an audiobook on this on YouTube soon. And that will be art. Now, it's not going to be perfect, but it's one person's vision, and I didn't compromise. It's what it is, and at least there was no tampering, as there was with all this Disney crap. Disney's coming to an end. It won't be at an end in the next few years, but it will be like in 20 years. Star Wars is done. I don't know what Marvel Phase 4 thinks they're going to do, but I don't see it lasting. I hate to say it because I love comic books and comic book movies. I want it to be amazing. It would be the only thing that I would want to go to the theater to see, but they don't deserve my money. They don't deserve anybody's money. Even the age of celebrities, like these actors making $10 million, $25 million for a movie, that's coming to an end too. It's unheard of. Like 100 years ago, actors in all the past, in the last 2,000 years, actors were an object of mockery. They were the lowest. They were like court jesters. So that's coming to an end. Beyonce's coming to an end. And I don't think it's a bad thing. I think the people who should be celebrities are geniuses like Albert Einstein or Bobby Fischer or Mozart or Bach. People who actually created art. Not this crap. This is not art. Guardians of the Galaxy was shit. I still don't understand why people thought that was a great movie. It was too comedic. You could never take anything seriously. There was never any risk involved whatsoever. Anyways, that's enough. Subscribe immediately. Comment, like, and have a great day.